happens when love knocks on the door of America's most powerful family, but that love isn't welcome? This is the jaw-dropping, face-slapping, meme-worthy story of Kai Trump, Donald Trump's favorite grandchild, until she did something totally unforgivable. She fell in love with someone who wasn't rich, who wasn't powerful, who wasn't famous, just a normal guy. Kai Trump, smart, stylish, and a rising Gen Z icon, had it all. Private jets, family name, a legacy backed by billions. Everyone expected her to date someone just like the rest of the Trump world. A billionaire, a real estate tycoon, or at the very least, someone with a verified Instagram account. But instead, she met Jason. Jason wasn't from DC. He wasn't from a legacy family. He was a quiet, artistic guy from Queens who worked part-time at a bookstore. He made oat milk cappuccinos, wore Converse with holes, and in his free time, he wrote comic book scripts no one had published. The two met by accident at a gallery in Brooklyn. She tripped over a power cable, and he caught her. Literally. It wasn't love at first sight. It was awkward, but real. And that's what made it work. Their relationship started with long talks, walks through Central Park, secret dates away from the media. Jason didn't care who she was. He cared about how she laughed when she forgot she was a Trump. But that fairy tale was never meant to last. 6 months later, Kai made a decision that changed everything. She invited Jason to a private Trump family dinner at the White House. She said, "If they can't accept you, then maybe they never really accepted me." Jason showed up with a new suit, a nervous smile, and a whole lot of hope. He was ready to meet her family, even Donald Trump himself. But the moment he stepped into the dining room, everything changed. Donald Trump's smile vanished. He scanned Jason like he was a cockroach crawling into a country club. Jason stretched out his hand to say hello. But before he could even speak, Trump slapped him. A full, open palm slap. Not once, not in jest. A real, actual slap. Right across the face. The room went silent. Melania gasped. Ivanka looked away. Even the portrait of Lincoln on the wall seemed to shake a little. Trump pointed at him and shouted, "You think you can date my granddaughter? Where's your helicopter? Your buildings? Your billions?" Jason, stunned, holding his cheek, looked him in the eye and softly said, "I just love her, sir." Then, just when you thought it couldn't get more awkward, Elon Musk, yes, that Elon Musk, stood up at the table, sipping sparkling water like it was champagne. He leaned in with a smirk and said, "If you want to date a Trump, you better be a billionaire. Like me." Laughter, chuckles, head shakes. Jason looked at Kai. She looked frozen, paralyzed, unsure of what to say or what to do. That's when Jason stood up, adjusted his collar, and delivered the most powerful line of the night. "Fine," he said. "I'll leave, but I'll come back, not just as a billionaire, but as the kind of man this country actually needs." And with that, he walked out of the White House. No security escorted him. No one called after him. He left with nothing but a mission, and then he disappeared. Some say he moved to San Francisco. Others say he started coding in a basement in Brooklyn. One source claimed he was spotted in Nepal, meditating with a MacBook. Rumors even surfaced that he launched a secret AI company called Revenge Tech. But one thing's for sure, Jason hasn't come back yet. Kai still wears the bracelet he gave her, a simple leather band. No diamonds, no gold, just memories. Sometimes she looks out the window and wonders if he meant what he said. Trump never spoke of Jason again. Elon Musk later tweeted, "Still not a billionaire? Classic Elon." And yet, somewhere out there, Jason is working, quietly, relentlessly, not just to prove a point, but to prove that love doesn't need a price tag. What if he returns? What if he walks into a press conference one day, holding hands with Kai, wearing a billion-dollar watch, and still rocking those same old Converse? What if love finally wins? Or maybe he never comes back. Maybe he builds his billion-dollar empire and forgets the girl who didn't fight for him. Or maybe, just maybe, the next time he walks into the White House, he won't be there to ask permission. He'll be there to run it. So what do you think? Was Trump wrong to slap Jason? Should Kai have stood up for him? Will Jason really come back as a billionaire? And hey, if you've ever been the underdog, the outsider, or the one no one believed in, and if you want to see what happens next in Jason's comeback journey, smash subscribe, because we'll be the first to break the story when he returns. This was the untold story of Kai Trump, her boyfriend Jason, and the Billionaire Challenge. And remember,